Welcome to the world of ability. You are in the right place at the right time because there's a lot going on today. We have a really amazing lineup of folks coming in today. We are here every Saturday between 1 and 3 o'clock Central, and I am well aware of actually, I've lost count how many. I guess I'm not as well aware as I should say. But we have a lot of people coming and going over the course of the next 2 hours. And we're open here. If you want to come on in and join us, I'm going to actually throw that out there. I don't usually do that. But let me grab the number. You can hop in. Okay, of course, I'm hitting the button that does not give me the right number. Just a second. Here it is. Okay, so if you would like to be part of the program here, that's a possibility. I don't think I usually say that. I'm popping it in the chat, which probably maybe doesn't help people watching right now, but I can read off the meeting ID. So Zoom, we're on Zoom, obviously. The meeting ID number, though, is 404-058-6152. Again, 404-058-6152. So that is the link to be able to come on in here and join the conversation. So we've got, to my understanding, we'll have Mark Isaac Potter coming in, and often he will be bringing a guest. He usually comes in at the bottom of this hour, and into the top of the next hour, Marianne of Waikiki is going to be on, and we have been reading a chapter at a time with her book, Underwater Acts of Kindness. It's awesome. If you haven't read it yet, you really should. It's very sweet. It's cute. It has a message, and it's fun for the kids and the adults. There's things in there that the kids aren't going to necessarily get, which is fine. You know how the good stories work that way, right? You get the cute things that the kids are going to get, but there's also bits for the parents to enjoy as well to make it that much more fun. So she really did a good job putting it together, and I cannot say enough good things about it. We can play the trailer for that as well, because she has that too. She has a trailer for her books. So that is something that is getting out farther and wider, and we're working to make that in the future for her to turn this into animated movies. So that's something to think about. If you know anyone who's in that field and has contacts, is doing it themselves, that's something that this is headed there. There isn't an animated film at this point that is all about ASL. What's ASL? American Sign Language. How practical is that? How cool is that to be able to have a kids show and it's surrounding the whole idea of sign language? Pretty awesome. People often think about being bilingual in, like around here anyway, English and Spanish or English and French. Why not add sign language to your repertoire? It's very practical, and it's actually even something, I was not planning on going down this tangent, but when I think back to when our daughter was tiny, toddlers and younger, they can do sign language. Before they have words, they can understand and can communicate through sign language. Did you know that? We successfully did that with our daughter. That's something that was a standard thing that they did at her daycare. We know lots of people, lots of examples, and it was awesome. I didn't have to guess, what does she want? Because she could tell me, even though she couldn't actually speak the words yet, she was too young to do that. She knew this meant milk. If I saw her doing this, I knew what she wanted. Hello? How so super simple can that be? So there's all sorts of advantages to sign language. And even to this day, a secret insight, my daughter and I can be across the room from each other at a gathering somewhere, and we can, at least minimally, we can talk to each other. We can ask each other questions, or do you want, if you watch us, we're at events, we do that, and it's fun. It saves a lot of time. I don't have to go all the way over to see about something, or she doesn't have to come get me. We can just very subtly be asking, or if I want her to see something, real simple, I do this, and I point at whatever direction. I'll just do like that, and she knows I'm saying, check this out, go look. Super easy. Not a big deal, but truly, if you know little things like that, and I mean, you can even do that in your friend group. Make up signs. You know, everybody's got this. This is not sign language, but y'all know signs for like this. And my brother and his buddies actually made up another one that kind of went with it. There's lots of stuff. I mean, we all know things like okay and thumbs up, and that's all versions of sign language. It's very practical. It's very real. Make it what it can be for you. You never know where it might go. So I oh, enough on that. It's awesome. So, one thing that we do here at, yeah, I'm okay. Sorry, switching gears. World of Ability. What I was gonna do, I'll do in a minute. World of Ability Podcast Network. First of all, we've got right here. We've got the tag for what we are, right? If you go to YouTube and you look up at Ability Network, that's us. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. We're going to be on a mission this year. I have not done as much of a push as I should to actually say, hey, click the button and subscribe. I'm going to do that this year because I've got a big goal. Before the year's done, we're going to have 1,000 subscribers on here, and we've got lots of content. We've got amazing content. Actually, as I'm saying that, you know what? I am going to go and bring it up because there's a lot of good going on, and I'm very proud to be able to say there's so many good things that you can find on our channel. Actually, I'm logged in right now with World of Nutrition because that's one of our partners here. That World of Nutrition is part of our community with World of Ability Podcast Network. YouTube, you'll see why I'm laughing in a second. Let me share my screen. So we're live streaming right now, right? Here, I'm going to share so you can see exactly what I'm giggling at. So if you go to our channel, this is what it looks like. So actually, are you seeing it? My screen did not do what it was supposed to. There, it's coming in now. Okay, so if you go to World of Ability, here it is. It's at Ability Network. I was chuckling because look at the nice face it gave for me for this live stream we're doing right now. Thanks, YouTube. Love you too. Could have given me a moment where I was smiling, not looking like a big dork, but that's okay. Whatever. So, currently, as of today, we are at the beginning of 2026. We're 10 days in. We're at 232 subscribers. I sincerely am looking at, by the end of this year, we're going to be over 1,000. We've got 2,300 videos on here. It's amazing, the content that's here. And as you go through, let's see. Sorry, just looking ahead to make sure this is what you're going to see too. I'm logged in right now, so I've got more features available. But when you go to Ability Network, you're going to see our most recent past live streams that we did. And you're going to see lots of Shakedown, because that's every day we have the Shakedown. We had last Wednesday the TDC Today Show Communities, and we had Ability MKE Now live on the radio. Also have a section here with videos that we've uploaded. Most of what we do is live. We don't do a lot of uploads. You get us as is. You get us raw. We're live. So you're going to see lots of live streams. You're going to see some videos. Some of these videos include things like the book trailers that I was referencing. And if you go down just a little further, World of Ability Podcast Network shows. I do want to highlight this for just a moment because, let me get this out of the way. It shows 5 on here, and there's an arrow where you can scroll through them, but I'm going to click View All. And these are all partners, people that we've helped start or that we're connected with in some way. So Project Die Hard, that is the veteran community. That is, Kurt and I are ambassadors with Project Die Hard. The organization is a 501c3 that is all about providing hope to veterans because the veteran suicide rate is ridiculous. Our veterans need our help. That's why Project Die Hard exists. And that organization, we actually do a live show with them. It's the Project Die Hard Mission Monday update. So every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Central, we are live with the founder and president of Project Die Hard, and he's given us all the updates. We find out what's happened this past week, what we get to look forward to this coming week. Speaking of which, there's a big event going on tonight. So in, let's see, the location, FOB Rush, Forward Operating Base Rush, is a physical location. It's 20 acres with a 10,000 square foot building that was donated to Project Die Hard a handful of years ago. We're still working on raising the funds needed to do the remodeling there. Near there, though, so this is in Makanda, Illinois. Sorry, I should say where. Makanda, Illinois is where that is located. 7 miles from that location today is an event going on. They have Little Mania Wrestling. What the heck is that? It's, oh man. I should pull that website up as well. I may do that before we're done. But Little Mania Wrestling, it is, I don't know what the politically correct way is to state this. I'm just going to say it the way it comes to my head, and if I'm putting my foot in my mouth, please forgive me. It's midget wrestling. It's all short people, and from everything I've heard, from videos I've seen, it is so much fun. They really do a good job of entertaining, and I was into like WWE wrestling when I was a kid. I used to watch that a lot, and I loved it. And it's the same flavor, just different population. And they put on a good show. They travel around the country. If you go on their website, Little Mania Wrestling, I think it is just that, littlemaniawrestling.com. If you go on their website, they've got their whole tour listed on there. And tonight they are at, I'm missing the name of the place. Dang it, because it's one of our partners, actually. Southpaw Bar and Grill. There we go. Is that right? Doesn't sound right. Oh my goodness. Let me just pull it up. Little Mania Wrestling. I don't know if you're seeing my screen at this moment or not. If you are, then you're seeing a little preview. But tonight it's at... whoop, too far. Today is the 10th. Right here. It is right. Southpaw Bar and Grill. Why did I doubt myself? It didn't sound right. Murfreesboro, Illinois. Southpaw Bar and Grill. Doors open at 7:30. Show is at 9 o'clock tonight. So that's going on tonight at, again, it's at Murfreesboro, Illinois. So you are able to go there, and Brian's going to be there. So if you can make it, Brian will be there. He's going to be actually, my understanding, he's going to get in the ring briefly to tell everybody about Project Die Hard. Just so happens Southpaw Bar and Grill is a community partner with Project Die Hard. So if you go there and tell them, hey, on the 22nd of the month, if you go there and say, I'm with Project Die Hard, they will kick back a portion of whatever you paid for your meal there, your drinks, whatever you had, back to Project Die Hard. So that's a fundraiser that happens on a monthly basis on the 22nd of the month. So today's the 10th, so that's not a thing today. But if you tell them you're with Project Die Hard, they'd love to hear that anyway, because it's veteran-owned. That location is veteran-owned, and they are a big supporter. So I'm super happy to be able to share all that. And if you're anywhere in the southern Illinois area and can make it to that event tonight, that'll be worth going. Okay, so moving on. Sorry. Disability Channel. We do the TDC Today Show Communities for them. That is a show we record on Wednesday evenings. Disability Channel is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and Jay Stoyan is the founder of that organization. There's so many good things going on there. Oh my gosh. It's like, try and keep up. we do our little piece. We are the USA team, and we provide a show for him weekly, and that's where you can go and find out more about what he's doing directly, and you'll find us along the way. The Pact Channel podcasts all coming together. This is with Zach Clayton. He is, oh my gosh, I can't say enough good things about Zach. He's got some amazing things going on. You should go there. You can get all the links. I'm going to digress on all of these, so I'll try to keep it just a little briefer here. But he truly is has a heart for everyone, has an exceptional heart for veterans as well. There's going to be a 22-hour long podcast coming up on February the 22nd, all in support of our veteran community. He also has Community Pay It Forward, which on his website you can find out more about how that works, and it's a beautiful fundraising platform. He really is doing amazing things everywhere you turn. World of Pets podcast. Debbie Hayes, you've seen her on here before. She's gotten pretty busy lately. I haven't seen her much. I miss her. I got to get her back on here. But World of Pets podcast, I love their new logo. That has not been there very long. They are on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock Central. And again, from here forward, I believe all of the shows you'll see are ones that that somehow within our group here have helped them begin. And some of them, like World of Pets, she's pretty well just got that all on her own. She doesn't need much help at all. I know Emily does a bit with her yet, but I remember at one point, oh man, a while ago, she said this. She was thanking Kurt because she said this. She's finally found her calling. She loves this. She loves doing the podcasting. Next up is Choose Greater Health with Paige Spears. I got to have a conversation with her yesterday for her show. She's amazing. And her show yesterday, if you want to get some insight about who Paige is and what she is all about, check out what we did yesterday. And again, you can get to her channel here. That's where it live streamed to. She is a very unique individual, doing so many good things, very much about other people, and very open about what her experience has all been with her medical history and whatnot. And I'm going to leave it at that so that she can tell you herself when you go listen to her shows. She really is worth the time to go and see what she's doing. So Choose Greater Health is on Fridays at 2 p.m. But it's only 2 Fridays a month. It's the second and fourth Fridays at 2 o'clock Central. And you can catch all her shows back on her channel here. World of Nutrition, that was last night. So that is the second Friday of the month at 1 o'clock Hawaii time, which at this time of year, that means 5 o'clock Central. Marilyn Lemaire is the host of World of Nutrition, and she's amazing. She always has two guests that come in. They each get about 20 minutes or so to talk about what they do, what their specialty is. And it's always an interesting conversation. It's always good content. I love what she's all doing. She really has done a very, very good job of kind of cookie cuttering together exactly what her show looks like. You know what to expect. It's going to be good, and you're going to get a lot out of it. So World of Nutrition, go check that out with Marilyn Lemaire. Mill City Marketing MA. His this is John Petros Sr. is the face that you're seeing here. His show is Revolutionize Your Marketing. So he does that show every Friday. So it's every Friday at 4 o'clock Central. And his company is Mill City Marketing MA. Wonderful gentleman. He lately has had some wildly good guests on here. If you have not seen his yet, go check out like this last month or so as a starting point, because he's had good stuff going on. If you want to revolutionize your marketing, go check this out. Next up, Blue Collar Crypto Podcast with Tim Trozian. Tim is on Sundays at 4 and 5:30 Central. On Sundays, he occasionally will have a guest with him. Sometimes he has somebody in as a co-host. Always has good thoughts, good content, good tips. And it's not always about crypto. I don't know if that scares people off, because some people are super attracted to that, some aren't. It's not always, it's actually only on, I'd say, rare occasion at this point, anything about crypto. But he knows all about that stuff. I've learned a lot from him. He's more about blue collar workers and ways to get ahead, ways to make money, ways to do things better, make things better for yourself. And he talks a lot about his journey, his experiences. he's awesome. He's fun. You haven't heard him yet. You got to do that. And they're short and sweet. He doesn't like we're on here for 2 hours. He's on for typically 10 minutes, maybe 20. But if it's just him, usually it's nice and short, 10-ish minutes long. Take home message and move on. We'll see you next time. So he's really a really wonderful gentleman. Lives nearby here in the Milwaukee, or no, not Milwaukee. He's in the Madison area. So great guy. Next up, Essential Health and Wealth. And that one, I gotta say, I don't know as much about because that was always recorded when I was not around. So that one, I actually have to go back and learn more about again. World of Water, that is a newer show with Mark Miller. He is all about safer, cleaner water and has been doing shows on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. All these times are Central. Tuesdays at 2, and such a good guy. I think I've been saying that about most everybody along the way here because they all are. These are people who are taking their experiences and making it available for everybody. Does that not sound like what World of Ability is always about? Everybody. What can we do to make things better for others? That's what all of these shows are about. Then next up is the Aspie Bridge show. So the Aspie Bridge podcast. Suzanne actually has taken a brief hiatus here, but will be starting back up again soon. She's another one that, man, the guests that she's had on have been absolute high quality, top notch, great information. What is the Aspie Bridge? She is someone who was an adult diagnosed with Asperger's, which she has taken that to the extent of being able to how do you create that bridge of conversation, of connection? How do you bridge the gap between someone who has, she's taking her own experience in hand here, being an adult with Asperger's, how to bridge the conversation, the communication, all the things between someone who has that as part of themselves and those that don't, because communication styles are different. They just are. Not one, neither is better or worse, they're just different. She's all about tools and ways for people to bridge that gap and make life better again for everybody. She's awesome. And her energy is just through the roof. I love listening to her. World of Wealth, this was with Coach K, I believe. That's Coach K's, right? I'm like looking ahead here like I'm not sure why we only have one subscriber on that one. I have to double check to make sure I've got the right link here because he should have a whole lot more than one subscriber. I wonder if we actually were going to another channel and I grabbed the wrong thing here. Coach K is, oh my gosh, where do I begin with him? I don't even know where to begin with him because he is, when you talk about somebody who genuinely can bring out the best in others, that's him. Someone who can take any concept, his specialty there being finances, right? You want somebody who knows their stuff and who has you in mind with best interest, not themselves. That's who you want advising you when it comes to money matters. There's nobody I know better that should be in that position than Coach K. He is amazing. So go check that out. He had a series that he did a while back, and it's all, I'll be checking that out after this to make sure I've got everything correct. Platinum Mindset. This is another one that I honestly have not been on much. So that I will highly recommend everybody go and check out because that one, I'm actually blanking on the person's name.
So the Platinum Mindset is with Michael Economides out of Louisiana.
There we go. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's about? Because I actually have not caught up to him.
No, well, it's kind of about mindset and things like that. I have to go back and refresh my memory too at the moment, but
all good. Is that one still happening currently, or is that one on a hiatus as well?
I think it might be on a slight hiatus too.
So we've got some catching up to do on the inside here. We've had a lot happening in the last couple of years here with all these folks coming in, some coming, some going, all the things. And you know what? This is the year to make the most of all of what's happening. And Platinum Mindset, that says it all right there.
Yeah, the who cares? I think he's on a little bit of a hiatus too, but I think recently he said he wanted to get the back up and started again. So, but go ahead.
All good, yeah, because that is with Todd Lingle with the CARES Foundation, and that's why I think it's brilliant. It's the CARES Foundation. So having the podcast called "Who Cares" with a K, that is brilliant. His story is, it starts out as a story that it's a tragic story, but he has taken tragedy and turned it into, oh my gosh, all the great things that he's doing through the CARES Foundation and in memory of his mom and his sister. There's so much depth to the story. I know he's got some things that he's created already and has plans for where it's all going. So stay tuned and stay in touch with Todd Lingle to find out more. Next up, Mastery of Connections. That is with Alan Holmes, and I believe he also is the ones that are later on the list here are ones that are not happening at this moment, but there's still the great amount of content that's on there now that you can go and check out. And at the bottom here, these last couple, the World of Women podcast and Zita's Healthy Beginnings. That was with our friend Zita, and both of these just absolute wonderful, wonderful woman who is all about the health of women. She is a midwife, and since we met her, she has earned her doctorate degree in I believe it was all in nursing. She the folks that she had on when she was doing her podcast was absolutely out of this world. So go back and check out all the things that happened with her podcast.
And recently I found out she has a couple of big events coming up.
Really?
This year, like a 10th anniversary of something, and a couple of big events. I have to go back and look at her message again, but yeah.
Excellent. Well, and I think I just saw, I'm not sure if he's still here. I saw Mark Isaac Potter popping in.
He's coming. Looks like a little bit of a connection thing at the moment, but he's trying to come in here.
Excellent. So he'll be joining us momentarily. I know he comes in at the bottom of the hour and often is bringing somebody in. I know he was mentioned Chris might be back today, so we'll see. Oh my gosh, look at that. As I'm saying her name, she's popping in.
So you see her name and then she shows up.
That's perfect. So we'll go ahead and get them on in here right away to say hello and see what's all happening. So we've got Mark Isaac Potter joining us along with Chris Kepler. So glad to have you both here. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing okay. We have at least it's not raining today.
Yeah, we got a little bit of snow today. I was not expecting that.
Wow. Wow.
One of those days. So, and I think we've got Mark coming in here. Oh, and I'm seeing him.
Yeah.
Excellent. How you doing, Mark?
Good to see you guys.
Mr. Potter.
Yes.
So welcome. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Okay, I'm back and not so shiny. All right.
Excellent. Well, Mark, do you want to go ahead and remind everybody who you are? And then if you want to introduce Chris again, I'm so glad to have you guys both here.
Good. Can you hear me okay?
You're good, yes.
All right. So, Mark Potter, TV producer for a quarter of a century, writer for half a century. I write poems and short stories, produce a little bit of TV, very low-key kind of guy, very informal. I love to eat. My favorite meal is meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
I love it. You sound like a Midwest guy. I love that.
Ohio, Northern
Mhm.
Ohio. Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
Chris, introduce yourself here.
Hi, I'm Chris Kepler. I'm an audiobook narrator, producer, consultant because I also help authors who want to narrate their audiobook. I'm a voice actor, do some writing. I'm working on a memoir. And I have a couple podcasts. A funny one, Does This Happen to You? That you can find on YouTube. And then Chris talks about the wisdom of women that you'll find on Spotify.
excellent. Actually, I gotta write those down because I want to look those up. So tell me the names again.
Does This Happen to You? Is funny stories about life and befuddlement.
I love that.
Very
Okay, and then
good.
the one on Spotify is, say that the name of
And
that
that-
one again.
Chris talks about the wisdom of women. And that's about women's rights and female leadership.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's important.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Actually, we have a friend that's doing a summit coming up the end of this month that's all about women over 40 and all the challenges, all the things that life brings you. I remind me, I should connect you with that because that might
Yeah,
be a really good piece.
fantastic. That sounds, amazing. Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. That is here, I will look up the details. Don't let me get away
Okay.
with not giving you that because that's
Okay.
that is going to be a good connection. That's with Olga Alexieva. Olga Alexieva. She was on here I think it was just last week.
Ah,
And I'm signed up to be a speaker. I think I got something in my
Great.
inbox and I haven't even opened it yet. I got to look at that after this is done. So that would be a great connecting point for you. Oh,
yeah, that would be fantastic.
excellent. I love the connections that happen here.
Yes.
This is an amazing lady, I'll tell you. She's really quite amazing.
I just rather be a low key kind of guy myself. Yeah.
I would just prefer to be a low key kind of guy, usually myself.
See, and I think let me just double check here. I think we've got your mic open on both of your devices right now. So we'll have to see which
I
one.
turned on another crashes.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit of an echo on one of them
Yeah.
because you have both open.
Oh, really?
Here, actually, I think I might have fixed it. Go ahead and talk again, Mark.
Try to. Oh, boy.
I think we're doing good now. So, Chris, tell us a little bit more about. I know you said you're writing a memoir.
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I never, it's like, I always thought I'll never write a book. I like writing shorter articles. I never write a book. And then my mother passed away almost a couple years ago. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, what I say is not going to affect her anymore. She's gone. I'm an only child. So it's like, yeah, maybe I should put some of this stuff down on, write it down and turn it into something. Because I've done a lot of writing over the years, just stories about life. And then my mother was bipolar. And so I grew up in a household with mental illness. And there's a lot of things I didn't realize that now I realize that, oh, maybe it'd be good to write that down and, let people know that, oh, maybe if you grew up this way, what you thought was okay was maybe not okay. So, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, along with fun stories of things I've done with horses and dogs, and I was a horseback rider for 30 some years. In fact, I got my first pony when I was 3.
Oh my gosh, that's like
Yeah,
everybody's
so-
dream.
So it was almost a question of, I didn't have a choice at that time. It was just like, here's the pony. It's like, okay, we're gonna put you on the pony. Oh, you fell off. Well, put you back on the pony.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've exited ponies and horses in many unique ways. It was, for the most part, never badly hurt, only once.
Mm.
So I was very lucky in that way. Yeah.
Love that, actually.
Yeah.
That was one of those,
So-
when I was a kid, I always asked, can I get a horse? Can I get a, my parents at the time were like, well, if we live somewhere where we've got enough room, enough land, we could. And then I'm in junior high, and actually my parents moved to a what used to be a farm. There was enough room.
Uh-huh.
But guess who's super allergic to horses? Because in the meantime, one of my best
Oh,
friends
no.
who was on a farm got a
Yeah.
horse. And
Uh-huh.
I used to go over and it's like, yeah, no, that would have been the death of me.
Oh.
It would not have worked.
Man, there are lots of wow. Yeah, I grew up with allergies, and yeah, in the barn environment, any kind of barn environment, the amount of allergies, especially if you got horses or cows or cats or dogs, or oh my gosh.
Hay,
It's
that
oh yeah,
it's
hey,
like
hay
an
oh my
allergic-
gosh.
Allergic nightmare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's allergic nightmare. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
good phrase.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah.
Uh.
Yeah.
But that you had that's pretty amazing. So, well, and now you said you've also done a lot of short story kind of things. So
Yeah.
tell us a bit more about that too.
Well, that's actually my podcast. I started as a podcast, and now it's a YouTube channel. And I just I love collaborating with writers. And so I was reading all these wonderful stories online, and it's like I started to get my stuff out there, my funny stuff, and it's like there's no way I could write enough funny stuff to make a podcast every week. And it's like, oh, I know all these writers with wonderful stories. So I started asking, do I have your permission? And it's always up front, this story is written by so and so, and you can find them here. So it becomes free PR for the writer, and then they get their story in front of people who, they're listening, and they have a new audience. So and they're just fantastic stories. I just enjoyed them so much. Most of the stories are about 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah. Sometimes shorter if they're very relevant. The newest one coming out today is about health insurance.
Ah,
It's health insurance satire. It's like, well, this is appropriate considering what's going on.
so, and what is your YouTube channel name?
Chris Kepler and Friends Tell It Like It Is. It's under my name, Chris Kepler. Yeah. So
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to share that out.
yeah. Oh, I really would like more people to actually have a lot of subscribers, almost 2,500 at this point. But I'd love for more people to hear the stories. They're just they're funny, and they're just very relatable to current events or current things or what happens in people's lives. It's just, really, does this happen to you too?
That's perfect. I love it. So, I'm seeing a note from Florence.
Yeah.
Florence is here listening in as well. She's a great friend. She says, if we understand that allergies have everything to do with the imbalance of our immune system, and that we can
Yeah.
balance our immune system, less people would suffer.
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely it can be definitely. I somehow got over them after a while. at least the
Oh,
allergies
good.
they can test for. I'm still allergic to stuff they can't test for, like I have a lot of environmental pollution
Mm.
stuff that happens if pollution gets bad. It's definitely helped. I was going to an acupuncturist because I have lots of sinus problems from having all the allergic problems.
Uh-huh.
And then no, I was born with sinus problems, literally born with them. And I went to an acupuncturist, which helped. And then the acupuncturist said, I think my Chinese herbalist specialist could help you even more.
Wow.
Yeah. And I went to him and he's like, yeah, something happened right after you were born. And he said, but I think I can help you a lot. And after a year and a half, I've been off the Chinese herbs for a while and it's still holding. A lot of my problems cleared up.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow, Chinese herbs. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, and I see we do have another friend joining us. I want to go ahead and bring her on in. Cynthia Murray, welcome. How are you?
Hi, thank you. I just noticed that Mariana, is that how you say her name?
Oh, yes, Marianne of
Just sent
Waikiki.
me an email with nothing in it though, so I thought maybe she wanted me to pop up or something.
Perfect. Yes, she's
Well, I'm
not
glad
here
the
yet, but
co-captain works, so.
perfect. Yeah, Marianne should be here soon.
Oh,
Actually,
great.
Emily, I know we have Emily in the background. If you want to reach out to Marianne and let her know that Cynthia is here, then maybe she can hop on sooner.
Awesome.
Perfect. So glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Where are you guys from?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
And actually, Chris, where are you from?
Seattle.
I am from Washington State,
So you
where?
two are close
way
by.
on the
Yeah.
West Coast. Oh, somebody from Seattle? Who?
Yep, I'm from Seattle.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, that's awesome. It's nice to meet somebody in the same state.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
Mark, where are you located right now?
Right now, I'm in California, the San Francisco Bay Area, for about, I don't know, 50 years. Before that,
Oh,
I was
wow.
in northern Ohio, Vermilion, Ohio, which is a small resort town on Lake Erie.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Very nice little town.
I was born in Worcester, Ohio.
Okay.
How close is that?
Not
You
that.
go down to Jim's house and you turn at the big rock. And then you go down where that moonshine still used to be, and it's just around the corner.
Just around the corner. Yep. I think I've been there.
Worcester is south, farther south. Yeah.
Ah, boy. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Mark, I should just double check with you. Sorry, I ask as you're taking a bite. Did you have anything specific you wanted to make sure Chris highlights while she's on here too?
No.
No?
She's smarter than I'll ever be.
I have to say, Mark.
Although I did try being an astronaut. And what they did was they just taped my mouth shut and then they shot me up with something to make me sleep. So I don't remember the trip, but they wanted to be able to say that a senior had gone up. So
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
With Mark, we never know what we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you never will either. As soon
Yeah.
as I finish my bank robbing class, I'll have more stories.
Chris, I think he's trying to get more content for you and your podcast.
Yeah, I think so. I have to say,
She's
he
got
writes
her
amazing poetry.
podcast is better than mine will ever be.
Well, so we've got more friends coming in. Actually, Cynthia, do you want to introduce yourself, and then I'll have David introduce himself? If you want to tell us a little bit more, I know that Marianne invited you, and she told me a tiny bit, but if you would like to introduce yourself, that would be lovely.
That would be great. I decided one day that we were gonna wake up and start a dog treat company. I used to have a service dog, a hearing dog, that was allergic to everything. And I knew that he was allergic to everything when they gave him to me. And because that was his third placement. You know, the whole story on that. And so I decided, yeah, I'll take him. And we just decided to be purpose-driven pet brand. I've always had the entrepreneur in me wanting to do something all my life when I was growing up. I've always done odd jobs in a yard, in other neighbors' yard with another kid. And I wanted to inspire to be something. And I'm so thankful for my parents that they pushed me to be independent. It took years for me to get my speech. It was not easy. I love working with animals, especially dogs. I've always felt like they understood me when I had no speech. And so that's why I just had that closeness. And I've worked with disability in the school district as a para-educator for 21 years. And I've seen struggling finding jobs after they finish school. And I thought, why not start a company that would hire and actually have training, on the job training. And we have high school that come and train during the day with their job coach. And we also work with nonprofit organizations like Morningside for adults that need to find placement in the workplace. And then we'll start with us. And they will find that they learn what required on the job by clocking in, wash their hands, what their job duties are. And so they go through that process and understanding what's going to happen in the workplace. And then they move on. And that's what we need, more businesses like that. And right now, 90% of the people that work for me are either have a disability or a minority in the workplace. And I enjoyed working with it. It's not easy though. Let me put it that way. Because we just have a wide variety of disability in our workplace. Sometimes it will cross over. And so we have to work through those issues. So, but our brand is to focus on the health for dogs. And we do a lot of rescue too. We donate to different rescues in the area, and we donate treats. Um, and we believe in having a spay and neutered program set up in the area because we're just a low income area where we live. So, and that's our focus as well.
Excellent. I love it. Amazing. And so I know we've got others here as well. David, I would love to have you come on in, introduce yourself to the group here as well, please.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. David Quick. I'm the founder and CEO of Total Cover IT. And what we do here at Total Cover, we give business owners peace of mind. Peace of mind from things like system problems, computer downtime, and maybe even cyber attack, all of which can seriously hinder your business, if not bring it down entirely. And while we're doing that, we're helping businesses to leverage technology to be more efficient and grow. I wrote a whole book about this, as you can see in the background here. And I would love to share that book with business owners, especially people in professional services like accounting firms and law firms, wealth advisory firms, businesses that highly rely on technology to keep their business going and to be able to use it to make money. And that's what we're all about here at Total Cover. I'm David Quick, Total Cover IT, where our I is on your T.
I love it. So glad you're here. Yeah, David is a wonderful gentleman we've known now for, oh gosh, I forget when we first met. Sometime earlier last year with On the Bus, on the bus.biz. They do virtual conferences. If you can imagine being at a physical conference in a big location, conference center, now take that picture in your mind and imagine it virtually on your screen. It looks the same, except it's virtual, and you are now an avatar walking around. It is the coolest experience to be able to do that and meet wonderful people through the course of an afternoon. It is fun. And I have met so many good people, including David, at that event. He's been a guest with us a couple different times, and David's awesome. If you have any questions IT related, if you want to know about how to, like he said with his book, Winning with Tech in the Age of AI, he's your guy. So glad you're here, David.
I'm glad to be here soon.
And Marianne, I know you're here and you're doing amazing things with signing. Come on in and introduce yourself as well.
Can we see me? And
Yes.
everybody see me? Okay, well, aloha. My name is Marianne Ambrose. My sign language name is Marianne of Waikiki. It's my book author name also. And I'm happy to be here for the last 4 years on the World of Ability podcast with you and Kurt. And we have amazing things. So I'm really excited that Cynthia is joining us today, and she speaks very well. And so she can explain her business and what she's doing. I got a little bit of information about that. And we are, every week, we are doing the book club of my first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, with Noah, the hard of hearing whale. And we will be doing chapter 5. So we'll be waiting for Trina, the daycare
She's here
teacher
now.
in Canada. And so whenever you're ready to start with Trina and myself, that would be wonderful. But just to introduce more of a better vision is if you can play the videotape first, and then we can read the chapter. So our new guests will understand who we are and what we do here. So welcome and aloha.
Excellent. And I will bring that up, Underwater Acts of Kindness video. Give me a quick second here to share my screen, and I can play that for you guys. Here we go.
Help save the ocean just by listening to a story. Set sail with Underwater Acts of Kindness. Join Noah, the hard of hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of Dod General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boyan Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's song and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your New Earth Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
That is super cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I need to hook you up with Karen Pett. She is the deaf author here in the US, and she helped me write my book. And I think you guys would be great getting connected because she's also writing books just like yours. And I think you guys can go far with this.
Yeah,
So,
well, I have
she could probably help you with a lot of the things that you want to get done. So,
Yeah, well, we got 4 books now. So that's the first one is for ocean cleanup. And I contacted the ocean cleanup group in the Netherlands, in Europe. And so they are reviewing it, and invited him to interview here, but they're busy, but they are reviewing the book. So my goal is to bring them into movies because no one has done anything with sign language characters, right?
yeah.
Nobody. So the first book is for ocean cleanup. The second book is no. Oh, the second book is No Bully. Okay, and then the third one is climate change. So all the
Nice.
characters are either deaf, hard of hearing. We learn to be of service to the earth, to each other. We learn the ASL, ABCs. We have coloring books, activities, all that's inclusive. So I'm really excited because in this next year, 2026, we have On the Mark TV, who's helping us to find the funding. And we're meeting people to get grant money and to bring them onto TV on what we call will be a kindness channel. So
Yeah.
you are in the right place at the right time, right here, right now with all of us. Exciting things that are happening. And I just
Yeah.
want to share with all of you, I saw her business video probably like 3 weeks ago. And because I've been watching The Woke Ginger, and he analyzes businesses and where's money going, where's funding here. And I started sending it to Kurt, Sue's husband. Okay. I started sending him and I'm like, watch this, watch this. So I was really enjoying listening to him and analyzing business and what was happening with the DEI, Walmart, etc. And anyway, I saw he helped support your business because you were needing help. And from my understanding of the video, you got like 800 orders for dog treats and
Yeah.
raised $85,000. That's amazing.
35,000. Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't with 85.
It's on its way, but still.
No,
still.
35,000.
Okay, well, thank you for, yeah, so I contacted you on your website and you responded back and now here you are. So it's so exciting to meet you and help you listen to your story of what you're doing with other people working for you. And we want to introduce you to Jay Stoyan from Canada. He is the founder of this channel, the Disability Channel. He hires people with disabilities, also. So we need to have a group meeting with everybody, and you speak very well, and you sign, and you're sharing your stories, you have videos. So this can go on and on every week. At Wednesdays, we do the same thing. Sue has a radio, MKE, Milwaukee Radio. Then after that, we do the Today Show. So same thing, video, Zoom, and then it goes on the Mark TV with 220 networks worldwide. Wow.
Wow. That's
Good things are
awesome.
happening. Yeah, it's all networking. So, and I am excited. I want to meet Justin, and I want Kurt to meet him also too. So he's amazing, supporting and talking about all these businesses, what they're doing and not doing. So in a good, in a bad way also. So anyway, so we have Trina here from Canada. Are you joining us, Trina? Trina?
I'm here.
Okay, so you want to introduce yourself and I'm going to sign, and then when you're ready to read chapter 5, Bad
Chapter
Karma,
4,
we'll
Bad
do
Karma.
that.
Okay, I'm Trina Redmond. I'm currently living in Rush Lake, Saskatchewan, Canada. It's actually +4 here today, so I'm enjoying this, if you can believe it.
Wow. It's plus
Anyway,
4 degrees?
4, yeah, Celsius, right? Anyway, I'm currently working as an EA in a school in Swift Current. I am formerly a director of daycare, and I've worked in daycare for many years. I don't want to age myself too much, but it's been a long time. And I met Marianne in Mexico in the spring, and we've just stayed connected and are enjoying this little adventure we're on. So what I've been doing is I've just been reading the book on Saturdays, well, when I can make it. And we are on chapter 4, Bad Karma.
Well, and I know, real quick, I know Chris has to take off. Do you want to just, do you have a moment to reintroduce yourself? Because I know we've got new folks in the room. Because I think you might be a great connecting point along the way here too with what everybody's doing.
Yes. I'm Chris Kepler. Nice to meet everyone. I'm enjoying hearing everyone's story. I am an audiobook narrator, producer, consultant. And so I help authors. I not only narrate and produce, I've completed over 50 books, audiobooks, and I also consult and help authors get started on the right foot on their audiobook journey. So anyone who needs any help, I have free consultations available. I have a very unique name. So you Google my name or you ask AI, who's Chris Kepler, and I'd love to connect. I'm on all the several social platforms, have a YouTube channel, and have 2 podcasts on Spotify too, and Apple Podcasts. So
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank
Always good to have you
you.
here. Come on back anytime. I'd love to talk more.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chris. Have a great day.
Nice to meet you.
So, well, and she might be a good connection with David as well, with having a new book out there. But Trina, why don't we go ahead and if you want to read today's chapter, that would be an awesome time to do that. And David, I know we want to get back and dive more into what you're doing as well. But Trina, why don't we go ahead and get that book chapter in?
Okay, I'll read it. I try doing like I do in school, but it doesn't work with the background. But so this is chapter 4, Bad Karma. As they travel home, a strange sound accompanies the whales. They soon discover that a black motorboat is fast approaching. Heavens, what on earth is a speedboat doing on the lake at night, and at such dangerous speed? Beta shouts above the disturbing noise. Quick, everyone, take cover, Alpha warns. Noah immediately swims in front of Splash to protect her and the baby. Terrifying screams from passengers erupt as a loud, thunderous crash takes place. The speedboat is shattered and overturned. Its passengers spill out into the dark, cold waters, flailing and gasping for help. They reach for the life vests which are scattered about in the water. A sign that reads, Bad Karma, floats by the wreckage. The faint and frightened calls of the captain were heard in the radio as he radios for help. Mayday, Mayday, this is Bad Karma. Can you read me? Over. Alpha and Beta circle toward the boat where they find Splash. Trembling, she cries out, Noah's been hit. Hurry, shouts Alpha. We must keep him from reaching the ocean floor or we'll never get him back. Together, the family dives deep and surrounds Noah. Because he weighs almost 40 tons, it will be nearly impossible for the three of them to hoist Noah to the surface. Yet, using their combined skill and unfathomable strength, they manage to keep him afloat. Let's get out of here, instructs Alpha. Gently, everyone, keep his head above the water. Exerting their mighty strength, they carry Noah to safety. High above them, the whirling sounds of a Coast Guard helicopter ring out. As it flies toward the scene of the crash, the dark waters are illuminated by a piercing searchlight. Rescue efforts continue through the night until all passengers and crew are safely brought back to shore. Television crews and news reporters arrive to investigate. They interview the ship's captain, who provides details of the accident. In the days that follow, there is tremendous public outcry for the fate of the injured whale. And that's chapter 4.
Thank you.
No problem.
Excellent. All right.
So Trina, tell us about daycare up in Canada. How's the weeks going?
Well, I'm in school now, so I'm not in daycare anymore. It's been, I mean, this first week back after Christmas break. I don't know who was more tired, the students or the teachers. It was exhausting to be getting back at it. And when you have like autistic and ADHD, a lot of kids who have a big long break like that, it's always an extra dose of work, right? Getting back into routines. And so it happens to be one of the little autistic guys that I have just on Friday finally had a good day. And then that's right before the weekend where he's going to go home for 2 more days and not have the routine of coming to school again. So we'll see what this Monday brings.
Oh, wonderful. Well, congratulations. You're in the school, you're working, you're showing your skills and you're showing our books of acts of kindness and you're keeping warm. So tell us, last week you went ice fishing with your sisters, right? Tell us
Well,
about that. What happened?
That was the plan, yeah. Well, we froze. We got too cold. We tucked in early. It was too cold for us. We ditched out early. But our brother
Catch any fish?
He caught, our brother caught a bunch. Yeah. So I had fun cooking them all up and yeah, we had a good feast that night.
Oh, wonderful. Fish fry.
Yes.
Just right.
Yes.
Well, I gotta ask, so David, are you a fisherman at all?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Touch fishing whatsoever.
I actually grew up fishing. We loved doing that. I haven't done it in years, but good eating.
Yeah, I
I've done
used to go fishing and I loved it, but I haven't done it for years. So
When I was a kid, that was what we did. We went camping on the weekend, and camping includes fishing. Wherever we camped, there had to be a lake because that's what we did. We listened to the Milwaukee Brewers in the boat every weekend as we were fishing. And actually being up north, it was great. There was times where I specifically remember a spot where there was an eagle's nest and we used to watch them flying around and it was gorgeous. And sometimes there'd be loons, so different wildlife that we got to enjoy. It was always a lot of fun. So, and actually, oh, I'm sorry, we've got one more guest that is joining us as well. I'm sorry, or maybe she isn't still here. Is Rebecca still here?
I think she might have just dropped off.
She just dropped off. Okay. Maybe if she hops back in, we'll have her come and join the conversation. So I know with David here, I know somebody we wanted to make sure to highlight a bunch with what he's got going on with Total Cover IT and with what's happening with On the Bus as well. Do you want to just share a little bit more about your journey with the group and with what you're all doing with Total Cover IT?
Oh, when you say the group, you mean On the Bus?
With On the Bus, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, On the Bus is run by a man named Chris Lipper. It's his primary focus is on group coaching, but he started this trade show side of his business, and he's doing it for many years. And I really been enjoying it. We actually started as physical trade shows, I mean in-person trade shows with booths, physical booths and everything. Which was pretty exciting. And then when things all went virtual, he went virtual too, and he never looked back. Chris was very innovative, and it's a virtual reality type show. It's so as opposed to going to a physical trade show, you have virtual booths, and you have virtual people and have virtual presentation rooms. It's really it's very innovative the way he has accomplished this. I don't know anyone else is really doing this the way he's doing it. It's pretty cutting edge.
Can you guys see my
and-
screen? I've got a visual of what that looks like with the presentation room, what it looks like kind of walking around on that site. It's all just a virtual, it's a virtual conference. It's exactly what you expect a conference to look like, except you're sitting at home on your screen and able to do the exact same things as you would. Actually, I can see there's even a picture here of us in Zoom afterwards, and you can see all three of us actually. David's up in the corner, I'm on there with my green background, and Kurt's down below. Every person I have met through On the Bus, absolutely tremendous people. I mean, truly, I can't say enough good things. I've had the privilege of interviewing several of the folks that we've met through there, including David and let me see on the screen here. We've had Chris, we've had CJ, we've had, I don't know if I've got it. Well, actually Mark's on there as well.
Nancy
And Nancy's,
Delane.
yep. Nancy Delane, we've got to interview as well. Just wonderful people and a unique experience to be able to go through an event. Here, let me scroll back up again. Sorry, I'm going kind of quickly. As you see this presentation room, I mean, you can actually, as you're an avatar. So you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 avatars in here. One actually looks kind of like an avatar, a computerized piece. The others look like however you want to dress them. You can, I mean, on this, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but right in the middle here, I can tell you that's Chris Lipper's avatar. It looks like him.
Yep.
It's fun. It truly is a fun experience to be able to literally walk around you're walking your avatar around to different booths on the screen. We even have a spot that's the World of Ability booth, and we've interviewed people there. We'll do like a 10-minute segment with individuals who come to our booth. And I know, David, did you do it with us on screen there, or was it after the fact? I'm trying to remember if we got to interview you during an event.
Yes, you did. I believe you did at the last event.
At the last one, okay. Which might have been actually Kurt that got to do it then, because I know
Yeah, it was
my
back in
timing
December, I believe. We did one together.
So it's a very fun way to meet people. It's unique, and it kind of feels like you're in a video game in a way.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, we're having another one in March. We do these quarterly. Next one is on March the 12th, and I believe the time is from 2 to 6. It goes from 2 to 5 in the main conference center, virtual conference room. And then we have, as you saw there was a Zoom room also we do afterwards. So people that were involved with the conference, whether they were held a booth or they just were visiting, they will come into a Zoom room together, and we have a final get together.
And then I just put the link in the chat, so all are welcome. It's on the bus.biz. And if you scroll down just a little, you'll see the link for registering. And it's so worthwhile. You'll meet some amazing people.
You always get something out of it. Even you don't
Always.
stay the whole time. We like to tell people you can come, you can drop in and out as you please. You have a busy work day, and you just want to drop in for a few minutes. But what we found is that when once people get in, they stay in and they don't leave. So it starts a life of its own once you get there.
I would totally agree. So lots of fun things. And tell us a little bit more about your book as well, please.
Oh yeah, sure. We released it back in September. Been going through our launch period. We did the bestseller launch on Amazon, and we had some great success with that. So now you're officially call ourselves I call myself a best-selling author now. So
Awesome.
that's been great. And now we're still continuing the launch. It's a rather long launch. Now next step is to just share it with the business community, because that was my whole intention at the get-go. Because I wanted to write a book like this for a long time. Being in the IT business, I've been for close to 30 years. You see a lot as far as small businesses are concerned, and not all of it was that great. In fact, it's very common that it's not that great. When you see networks that were run together like spaghetti, wondering how they all worked, and then you find out that they crash. No surprise. One circumstance, I saw network equipment hanging down by a thread by I don't get to the weeds, like a networking cable that connects the network together. It used to use like string. It's like things hanging over the place. So you see things like that, and then you hear that it's totally crashed, and the entire network went down. The business can't run. No surprise there, and it's a point of exasperation with me, because I wanted to have something that I could give the business community as a guide to help them to learn how to properly run a computer network, and manage technology in general. That's what this book is all about. It's meant to be like a handbook for the small business owner as a guide for technology, how to manage it for their benefit. Because what often gets missed is that technology is a strategic asset. It's not something that you buy like toilet paper. You don't buy it for the cheapest price just to save money. There is value and impact with technology, and that's the point of the book, is that you got to look at it that way and manage it that way. Because if you manage it as a simple cost, it's going to be disastrous. And I've seen plenty of those. So that's what this book is intended for. So now, next stage for us is to share with the business community. We've already sent out close to 200 copies of the book to business owners to get the word out, and we're going to be doing that ongoing for quite a bit. My goal is to get it to over 1,000 books sent out there to business owners. Certainly, you can buy it on Amazon too, and certainly, if you want to learn more about the book and even buy the book, you can go to my company's website, which is totalcoverit.com/winningwithtech. And there you'll see our webpage for the book, and there you can find out more about the book, and you have an option to buy it and get it right away. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting few months going forward. I'm also looking to get more on podcasts, like venues like this one, to spread the word and then get the word out. So I feel like my mission here is to educate small business owners on how to properly manage technology in a strategic way, and that's what I'm all about.
Excellent. Well, and Cynthia, you have a business. Do you have somebody who does IT for you? How does that work for what you're doing?
I actually have my husband, he's the IT networking person for another company, so he takes care of our needs. So it's awesome. He's been doing it for 50 years, so he's nearing retirement. So he'll be 70 on Monday. So that's a big
Oh,
birthday for him.
awesome. Happy birthday.
Yeah. So, yep.
Excellent.
Wow.
So, well, Cynthia, can you tell us a little more about how you do what you do? Because you said you have lots of folks with disabilities that work for you. That's an interesting challenge, and I love what you're doing. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I've always had a big heart for everyone that had a disability because I know what it's like. It wasn't easy growing up, and I was always in the IEP program, and so struggling without an interpreter all the way through high school and not knowing what was said in a classroom was very difficult. So
Imagine.
that's why I wanted to advocate for children with who are deaf and hard of hearing, that they don't have those struggles too. So I did go to college for 2 years, and that was the first time I experienced interpreted. And fortunately, I did take a signing class in high school to be able to prepare me for having an interpreter in college. And I was just in awe. And I said, that's what they said? Because I knew I was missing so much. I just didn't know how much I was missing. And just to give you an idea, we'll be lucky if we can catch 30% of what's being said in a classroom. So that's not a lot. That's the maximum that you'll be able to get. And yeah, my parents were very proud of me, saying, yeah, Cynthia can talk and all that, so she'll be able to be in a regular classroom. But it's more than that. We need to get all that information that's coming from the teacher and the other children in a classroom to know what's happening. So that's what I advocate for a lot of parents, because I'm also involved with Signing Santa. And we have over 200 to 300 children come every year in December. And their parents come with them all over the state of mostly the west of Washington State. And I chat and I introduced all the parents with other parents so that they can get help. And I think that's very important that we have that available for the parents. And I never criticize the parents what they want for their children. I just advocate for them. And and so in the workplace, it's really important because most of our people with disability have neurodiversity. And I've worked with them in the school district for many years, and people thought that I have worked with deaf and hard of hearing children for 21 years. No, in fact, most of that time was working with children with autism, Asperger's, learning disability, and neurodiversity. And I advocate for those children as well. And so in a workplace, it's really important to work with them because they are such a huge range of personality. And so you have to make them understand how to work with other people with disability. And that's really important that we have that. And so we have job coach in our workplace as well. And so we're trying to raise money now because we have been on an incline here in the US as far as people purchasing dog food. And I don't blame them because our economy right now in New York is not great. And so we're at the low point now. And we had to reduce our staff from 15 to 5. And that's how huge of a loss we've come. And so we've been trying to retain our staff, but we had to cut them because we just don't have the funding anymore. We've gone through a cash flow, and that's where the work gender came in, and he helped us alleviate. But now we got to work with January and February, so we're in a survival mode, and it's not fun. And so we need to make a transition and find a new investor and hire a new COO. I've never had a partner to work with me to take our company to the next level. So that's where we're at. So I'm hoping that we can start bringing everybody back on board. Because we do work with nonprofit organizations that work with the client and that have the disability. We're still working with them, and they're just waiting until we can get the funding back to get our company back to where we were or even higher, so that we can start bringing them back on board, because it's really the people with disability get hired last. That's truly what I believe, or even the minority. So we need to get back on track and get them back in the workplace. So we're not the only company that are struggling. So there are so many companies around us that are struggling right now. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Many, many businesses are struggling, so don't take it personally.
I
And
know,
all
and it is so
all of us
easy to take it
around the world.
personally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all of us around the world. But with all of us, we can introduce you to other people. And next week, Thursday, every 2 weeks, Thursday, it's called the pitch party. And there's more people to meet. And this Wednesday, we met Dr. Ebony, and I'm going to have a meeting with her. She does grant writing, because my vision is to bring the books into animation movies. That's what my goal is. Okay. So we need to find the funding. And I shared with you also too, and there's two places for you, is the Awesome Grant Foundation. I won the award 2 times. Okay.
I have not won one from them yet. So
well, we got to continue.
I know, we keep doing it. We have never won a grant all these years.
Really? Wow.
I've even hired a grant writer and I paid them. I've never won.
Wow.
There's so many people that need grants, and it's really hard to weed through that.
Yeah. So, well, we have many people that we are networking with, and it's wonderful because, I want to say I was ready to give up, but, we just, every year it's just going to be a new year. And here I met you, and you are joining us now. You're our first deaf business person here and our first deaf person here. And I was explaining, there's no deaf people here. I don't need to be signing, but so I'm excited and to help you. And we also have, her name is Deb. She does work with dogs, Deb's Pets. So you never know with her connections. So we'll introduce you to, and so many good things that can happen out of this. And you're on TV with On the Mark TV. Okay. So there's 220 networks. We're worldwide now. So yeah. So next time you need to, around the corner there, you need to have your name in the business and how we can contact you and how to order all around the frame there. And same thing with Leon when he joins us, so that people know where to go and contact you for the dog treats. So the funny thing, Sue, are you there?
I'm here.
Goes, oh, we look alike. We look the same. We could be a blonde hair. She saw my website. And she said, oh, we look the same. And so we also want to introduce you to Trevor Gibbs. He makes sure your websites are ADA compliant. If not, you can get a $75,000 fine. And so we'll introduce you to him and Jay Stoyan, the disability founder. There's so many people, we're going to have a one-on-one Zoom with her. And I'm excited. I want to meet the woke ginger.
I know.
I
The
can't wait
only
for-
way I found out about him was one of my followers said, "Why don't you contact him?" And I said, "Well, that's a good question." And so she sent it to him, and I sent it to him, and she did send to others too. She said, and I never responded. He was the only one that responded like 10 minutes later, and I'm just so thankful for Justin because he's spent so much advocating for DEI and all those of us with disability or the lesbian and gay community. I mean, we really need more of that. And I wish we could find more people like Justin on the TikTok or Instagram or Facebook and just support each other because we really need it in this time of in age. Yeah, so I would be more than happy to advocate for other businesses as well. I've always have. And so I think it's important if we start coming together as the community and start supporting each other.
Yeah. So I have a question. So you ship in the United States, all the 50 states? Yes.
Even Hawaii and Alaska.
Ooh, well,
Yeah.
I lived in Hawaii, so
Yeah.
and my deaf friend Scott, we had a service dog, a little Pomeranian white dog named Woofy. And Woofy,
Oh.
service dog, but he passed away, but he went everywhere on the bus. We had him certified, everything.
Mhm.
And yeah, so that's good news to know about sending the dog treats and stuff.
Yeah.
So
We have quite a few customers that saw us on the woke ginger and they were from Hawaii, so I had them shipped. Oh, and even Puerto Rico. I had my first Puerto Rico, and unfortunately, the box got so damaged, and they put it in a new box. And the person that got it, he said, all the treats are so damaged and open. And I said, but the box looks good. And I said, what? How could that be? So he took a picture of the box, and I said, oh, that was not the box that shipped it in. And you could tell that they cut out the label and slap it on a new box. So I told him I will just send you another one and make sure that the box is in great shape. So, and he did get it. So it's like, yeah.
wonderful.
Okay,
Well,
guys,
what I would
and
suggest,
Marianne,
I know Kurt
we
and
have a
Sue.
couple new guests that are coming on. So we'd like to
Okay.
introduce them, please.
All right, 1 minute, let me finish here. So what I would suggest is that you send Kurt and Sue in Wisconsin the dog treats because they have a dog. And then we can put you on the Milwaukee radio show after the dog tastes your treats and we can get feedback. What do you thought?
Great.
What do you thought, Sue and Kurt?
I love it. Actually, you should put your website in the chat as well so we can connect everybody with your website as well.
Okay, and we'll work on a flyer for next time too, so it's around the border.
Perfect.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so
Excellent.
much for your time. And I know.
Well, I know we've got Jim Bannon joining us. Jim, so glad you're here. I know John Kennedy is often here with us, and he had shared your name and shared the link. So come on in and introduce yourself. So glad you're here.
I'm on my cell phone, so can you hear me?
Yes, you're good.
All right, I am so pleased to see American Sign Language. Good for you. There was this lady named Helen Keller, and she spoke at our convention in 1925, and she challenged us to take care of youth, eyesight, and diabetes. And I was dumb enough to raise my hand, so I was running Lions Quest for all 1.5 million members of Lions Club and I happened to become a diabetic, and I just lost my best friend who is blind. So he's up in the sky right next to my daughter, who died of cancer at 38 and is buried overlooking Pikes Peak. But my business coach is a professional American Sign Language interpreter. And I also have a member who translates 120 languages with 100% accuracy. And he's my secretary. He has offices in San Francisco, Philadelphia, Paris, and where else? Paris and Brazil. And John Kennedy, who I am really proud of, because his Department of Defense certification is changing the world. He's one of my 22 board of directors members. I have 7 PhDs, and I'm just waiting for an answer from 2 people. One created the happiest place on earth. You might know that place. And the other is Mark Lamb, who's got 3 TV shows. And we've been dancing for 10 years. I lost the race to him in 2016, the sheriff's race of Pinell County. And then I was running his Senate race until he didn't do what I told him to. So Ruben Gallego is our newest senator. So again, maybe people will listen to me because everybody who didn't lost their election. So thank you. I'm just humbled to be here.
Awesome. So, and I see it says Mr. Call to Action. So tell us how that came about.
Well, I am the world's expert in QR code technology. At the time, I was the best known unemployed guy in Chicago. And we created this company called Interactive Facebook Television. And we taught this kid Zuckerberg how to take his kids and cats social media platform to become the #1 advertising company in the world called Meta. I am a self-taught video producer. I had a $500,000 TV control room in a Catholic church in Chicago, and we broadcast throughout all of Chicagoland on Comcast Public TV. And then January of last year, Walmart was the 4 o'clock speaker. I was the 5 o'clock, and Eric Zulli was the 6 o'clock at the Santa Anita racetrack. 27 chambers of commerce, 400 vendors, and 4 streaming TV shows. And I spent $7,600 on a first class airfare ticket. And I introduced the Magic Cube to the world. And of course, Eric and I fell in love with each other. And I was sponsoring Easy Way News and back cover Easy Way Magazine, best-selling author in 2 categories on Amazon, #1 on New York Times. I hired as a video producer. We have one company together. So it's been a hell of a year. And Eric's the one who came up with the Mr. Call to Action. However, he doesn't listen. And I fired him off of my board because he called me a spammer rather than learning. And he also is using amateur created QR codes, which fail 20 to 70% of the time. So that's like spitting right in my face. And I had it. So I'm gone.
Amazing. Actually, we're crossing paths a bit here. We were just talking about Pitch Party that we do, that he has the Easy Way pitch parties every other Thursday. And we just were talking about that before you came in. So that's something
Okay, well,
yeah.
Joe, who used to be his hostess, is the American Sign Language interpreter, and she was my business coach.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so small world. Amazing.
Yeah, I think so, especially with what's going on in Minnesota. I am involved with Adam Kinzinger from the January 6th hearings, and Michael Cohen and Michael Popak and all of them. And we are just exploding the internet over the murder that just happened.
I can imagine. Oh my goodness. So with what you all have just described, because I know this is the first I've had a chance to meet you. I'm so glad you're here. I know David Quick is here with us as well, and he's got a lot that he's doing with technology, Total Cover IT. just to be able to connect the two of you, David, can you introduce yourself too, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. David Quick, Total Cover IT. And what we do here is we help businesses with their technology challenges, making sure they keep up and running and be secure and protected. But in addition to that, we help them to make the best use of technology, helping them to be more efficient and grow as a result of that. And I have a whole book that I wrote on that, Winning with Tech in the Age of AI. So my mission now is to get that into the hands of business owners everywhere.
All right, I'm about to demonstrate to you why they call me Mr. Call to Action. I bought a metaverse company, and some of you might know Beverly beyond the stage. She was a platinum member of EasyWay. I bought her company in a demo. David, this is a formal job offer. I want you to be on my board of directors. I have 22 members, 7 PhDs, and I'm waiting for Lee Cockrell from Disney to say yes. I have got a program right now that you can make 70% commission. I've said to 5 of my board members, including John Kennedy, that I'll make them $2,000 in the next 10 days. And for all of you, you get a 30% commission for doing nothing, just driving people to the website. And the website is worth a $25,000 master's degree from ASU. So if you want to write down call, as in telephone call, the numeral 2, the word action, the word symbol, symbol.net, I pay you all immediately. You just drive somebody to me who becomes a client. My latest program is called #BeLoving. My friend is a cop. You'd think the timing is pretty good with ICE. So I just signed Miami Police Department. Then it'll be Globe and Tempe and Mesa and Phoenix and a bunch of the county sheriff's office. It's going crazy. And I'll pay any of you $320 an hour. So that's Mr. Call to Action and how I move.
Awesome. Wow. I'm speechless. That's
Awesome.
amazing. Seriously, thank you. And
Yes,
and as we're
I would like to introduce myself to Mr. Call to Action.
Sure.
Aloha, I'm Marianne Ambrose. I go by Marianne of Waikiki. I'm signing here. I'm a book author of the Acts of Kindness series featuring 200 folk Manus puppets. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and a soundtrack by Lucy and the Perfect Way. The first book here is for Ocean Cleanup. We dedicated to Boyd and Slat of the Ocean Cleanup. My second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, is for anti-bullying. And we finished a climate change book called Cool Acts of Kindness for Leon McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation. I am looking funding to bring these books into animation movies because no one has done it with sign language characters. Now we have 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss and millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So we are looking for grant funding, and I see the vision with the Kindness Channel with On the Mark TV to bring these books into animation.
Oh, you and Mark, huh?
Oh yeah.
I love him. I got to sit
Mark's-
down with him. He lives just down the hill. But I listen very well, Marianne. So here's what I'm going to tell you. My first client, write this down, created
I'm signing.
national.
I'm signing.
Okay, sorry. Have somebody write it down. Send it to you.
Closed captions.
She's a national program called Characters of Character. And God, how many years ago? 15, something like that. She's now retired. Number 2, my girlfriend is executive director of Warner Brothers and Paramount Studios. And she just sent a text message to every film producer in Arizona saying, you might want to meet Jim. So within a week, I'm with Darth Vader's brother. That was a big deal. And I'm tied with 2 major national cancer charities. So I want to work with you. I want to make you a multi-millionaire. And I want you to do the good things in America because we've had enough of the ugliness and divisiveness. And I heard you say kindness matters. I'll get this out without crying. My 38-year-old daughter was a licensed clinical social worker. and she died of cancer, and she's buried overlooking Pikes Peak. And on her deathbed, she said, she said, "Daddy, you're connected. I want you to pay it forward with random acts of kindness." So every morning I get up, that's what I do. I'm involved in religion, politics, education. I just wrote to the Arizona Board of Education. I committed to the governor that we're going to take us from the worst in the country and make them number one. So I need people like you who are leaders, and you'll get used to it. Whether it's a guy or a girl, I tell my board, have I told you today that I love you? And I even said that to Eric's Dante. We've worked very closely together. And I recently told her if he doesn't put a ring on her finger, I'm going to be knocking on her door with a bouquet of roses.
Amazing.
Wonderful. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yes.
Oh. Well, and to
So
add to the
yes.
party here, we've got Leon joining us. Leon, come on in and say hello.
Oh, yes, even better now.
Hello,
Leon.
how's it going, everyone?
Couldn't be better.
Yeah, everything's going great. Just got off of a conference call with the folks in Cuba because we just delivered the computers, the water units. They've installed them in all the schools, and the computers are in the schools. The water units has been installed, the gravity feeding, so that's total success. We also got a group that's going to be sending doctors down there with medicine for the community that we just teamed up with through the private equity company that we're working with. So everything is going really well. And I'll be talking to some of the members of the United Nations on Monday about a presentation they're going to do with our bundle package on bringing water to all the different countries around the world. So I'll keep you guys updated on how that's going to go. We have our first conference call on Monday, and we have representatives out of New York that's going to be presenting our packages and what we've been doing around the world. So everything's looking great.
So can I interrupt? Yeah, so we have Cynthia here, and she's a deaf business owner in Seattle, Washington, or outside Washington. You're in Washington. Please tell us about how we won the Awesome Grant Foundation Award and what we did with the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind with that $1,000.
Yeah, we actually went to Hawaii, and we took the funding from that, and a portion of that went to purchase a water unit where we installed it in the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind. And with that, we ended up going to the Waikiki Yacht Club, where we met one of the coffee farmers that want to give us a fundraiser at a brand new restaurant they opened up called Menehuni's at the Ilokai next to the Hawaiian Hilton Village. And now we're doing Coffee for a Cause, Water for Children music projects. And we've connected up since then with about 10 other different coffee farmers around the world that has joined our Coffee for a Cause, Water for Children music project. So from the Hawaii installation, we really started our whole Coffee for a Cause thing, which is great. Now we're doing commercials on it that we have out, and that's what led us to the Cuba deal. And from World of Ability to connect up with everyone. This is how working together works.
Yes. So yes, that's amazing. So Jim, we've done amazing things and we want to continue to do more. And see, I have a photo here. That's me. I took that as a photo shoot. My neighbor in San Carlos works for Netflix. Again, I see the vision of bringing my Acts of Kindness series into animation movies, and no one has done it with sign language characters. So I usually
love it.
When I say,
love it. Leon, if I can.
Think of me as your next J.K. Rowling, Dora the Explorer. We want to retell like Hello Kitty, and no one has done it with sign language. And Sue Roscoff has 4 of the book trailers that we have been showing here to get the message out. And my arms are open to receive as much unlimited funding to make this dream happen.
All right, I'm going to help you. I have one of Google's top 50 ambassadors on my board. She's my Google gal, Molly, out of Jacksonville. And she changed my world, as did Derek Hutchinson, who was Easy Way's Oscar-winning TV producer. He's now on my board. And she sent me an email, and get ready for this. And she said, and I'm a real techie, if you knew my background. And she said, click here, and my world changed. So I will teach you how to use Google's notebook. You will not believe it. But Leon, Elon is no longer the richest man in the world because he decided to bring a knife to a gunfight with me. You don't do that. Canada was really pissed at the Orange Buffoon and their tariffs. So Walt called me and he said, Jim, I just turned down Trudeau to be chairman of their FCC. And I said, why would you do something stupid like that? And he said, to join you. So that's humbling. And then he calls me a few weeks after that and says, Jim, can you put a satellite in low Earth orbit? I said, yep. He said, by June? Yep. How much? 200,000? He said, do it. I got to run. I'm meeting with the next prime minister of Canada. So they canceled their SpaceX contract for $499 million. Now, here's the great story. Philip, who I mentioned is my translator, and Ron Arnault, who was like the Secretary of State for Israel, that wasn't his real title, but he represented Israel to the countries throughout the world. He's a Messianic Jew. Philip is a standard Jew, and Walt is Canadian, and they wanted to help education in Africa. So they put a bird, they put a satellite over the school, and now they have internet. So we can do that for you. You want to hook up with me? I am all about education. Matter of fact, all 22 members of my board, their number one priority is education. So let me do whatever I can to help you, Leon.
That would be great. And I just sent the link. If you check out the link of our latest deal that we're doing in Cuba, you'll see that link, and with the Hopi and Navajo reservation in Arizona.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm right there.
Yep. Yep, we did Zambia, Africa. We're doing El Salvador, and we're doing Cuba. That's the link with the ad, and I'll be talking about that with the United Nations on Monday. And Mary Ann's in there also.
Let me give you two
with the
more,
World
because
of Ability.
this is the Lord working in my life. When I was running Mark Lamb for Senate and he didn't do what I told him to, I said, I'm going to put Ruben Gallego in Congress. And Mark Kelly, you know who he is, the astronaut, blah, blah, blah. He invited me to lunch. I thought it was going to be 1,000 of people. It was like 50 people in a private residence. So I said to Ruben, I guarantee you're going to the Senate. So he did. But what he did is he visited every single Native American tribe in Arizona. As far as I know, nobody's ever done that, and Kelly said he didn't. So that's a big deal. We are all about that. I just hired 2 American natives in the San Carlos reservation. And what was the other thing you said that rang some bells for me? I lost. I'm an old fart. I'm going to be 76 next week.
No problem. We were talking about how we're putting water units in Zambia, Africa, and we just did Cuba with the doctors that's going to go there, and we're going to talk about it with the United Nations on our project.
Okay, you got 2 buttons. I did a podcast for Eric Zuli with Pakistan on a water project, and we raised money for them to put in just a spigot, right? So they got fresh water. I was invited to speak at Ghana by the new president, and my college roommate, this is a great story, my college roommate who sent me a Christmas card every year for 50 years, he had one account his entire life. He worked for one company. That company was Con Ed. They're the electric utility supplier to New York. And the account he had was the United Nations. So he used to have lunch with Kofi Annan. And I was talking to him, his office, not Kofi, but my buddy, and Ron Gilboa's his name. And I was talking to him on the phone. He's in the North Tower, and they blew up the damn thing 5 floors. Everybody forgets that. I was on the phone with him at the time. Now, on 9/11, God bless all the souls, he was not in the building, thank God, but he's the guy who kept the stock market open.
Wow. unbelievable. Yeah, you got my information on that link, and if you want to send your email, you can send it in the chat, and we can definitely get together. And my number also.
Thank you.
I'll
My
put it in the
email's
chat.
already in the chat for everybody.
So
Okay.
Sue, could you be kind and play the Cool Acts of Kindness video so he can see what I have created with book trailers for my vision to bring them with animation movies? As you can see the flyer here I created, and there's Leon with the water unit. That's water flow, the depth whale. Go ahead.
All right, let me share my
Yeah, I
screen
want to
here
see
so you
the
guys can
video.
see. Here it is.
Oh, by the way, Sue, you're using an amateur QR code. You're failing 20 to 70% of the time, and you don't even know it. So let's get started on the right foot.
I like that. Thank you. I'll listen.
You could help save the ocean just by listening to a story. Set sail with underwater acts of kindness. Join Noah, the hard of hearing humpback whale, and his marine friends as they take on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. On their journey between Hawaii and California, they discover an enormous pile of plastic, but with teamwork and courage, they plan to clean it up. With the guidance of Dodd General of the New Earth Army, they rally ocean creatures and you to help restore our seas. Now available on Amazon Audible, listen as author Marianne of Waikiki narrates this inspiring adventure, featuring mesmerizing music by Lucy and the Perfect Wave and Nick's guitar, echoing the sounds of whales and dolphins. This book is dedicated to Boyan Slat, founder of The Ocean Cleanup, making waves for a cleaner future. Sing along with Noah's song and dive into a world of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. After reading, visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel for more adventures. Learn the ASL ABCS with Dr. Fingers, the fingerspelling hermit crab on YouTube, kids. Get coloring books now at www.actsofkindnessseries.com and Amazon. Plus, grab your New Earth Army t-shirt and pledge to protect our planet. Underwater Acts of Kindness by Marianne of Waikiki. Available now on Amazon, Audible, and actsofkindnessseries.com.
Sue, I was wondering if you could play Cool Acts of Kindness because we have Leon on here. So Jim, you want to see this one also?
Okay, let me jump in here with two things. And again, free offers.
You could help. Hang on, sorry. Go ahead.
I work with an autistic young man, and we took his paperback book and we made it the first in the history of the world that was a two-way interactive digital dialogue experience. And we put it out and he became #1 bestseller on Amazon. He's now a major podcaster. So I would love to work with you on a project. We will take your book and we will make it two-way digitally interactive, even before you do a video. Now, that will be a fun project to work on together. I wanted to do that with a guy named Henry Ripplinger, who was the Norman Rockwell of Canada. He also was my neighbor, but his artwork was throughout all the buildings in Canada, and he lived in Regina part of the year, and then he lived in Arizona the other part. He was like 80-something years old, and I said, "You're also an author." He said, "Yeah, I'm the top 150 authors of the last 10 years. And I read every book in his series of 10. These things are like 2.5 inches thick." So I said, "How about we take your books and we make them two-way interactive digital dialogue experiences?" Now his wife thought I was smoking something, but he got it. The unfortunate thing, when I came down from the White Mountains, because it doesn't say stupid across my forehead, when it gets 100 degrees, I'm up in the White Mountains where it's 80. And I came back on October 1 and he had died. So I would love to make you, it's not going to be the second, because even though Eric doesn't know what he did, he created the second. We'll make you the third book in the history of the world. I'd love to work with you on that project.
My gosh, that is amazing. Actually, Marianne, you are muted right now. But thank you so much.
Could you please Cool Acts of Kindness, please? Cool Acts of Kindness. You got to watch this one.
Love is the only For the Love of Water, World Water Year. Join us as we celebrate World Water Day with the 4th book in the Acts of Kindness series by Marianne of Waikiki. Meet Robo Motivation, a brave robot delivering clean water to schools worldwide. Alongside Waterflow the whale, our deaf ocean hero, they show that every act of kindness can change the world, one drop at a time. Plus, meet Pollination, the inspiring bee championing sustainability, and Mr. Penmanship, the Emperor Penguin, urging you to stand up for climate change by writing to Greenpeace. Powered by Lucy Lynch's Love is the Only Way. This movement reminds us that love, kindness, and action create waves of change. This book is dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, founder of Clean Water Foundation, Seattle, Washington, USA. All U.S. classroom teachers can request copies for every student through DonorsChoose.org. Support a classroom, build a future. Get your copy today on Amazon and visit actofkindnessseries.com. Unite for the love of water.
Okay, Marianne, last question. How many books do you have and how many videos?
I have 4 books. I have 4 video book trailers created. Yes. They are completed.
All right,
It's a series.
All right.
Series.
What I
Ocean
want-
cleanup, anti-bullying,
Nope.
and climate change. It's a series.
I listen very well, by the way. So here's what I want you to think about. All of your merch is going to have a call to action symbol on it. And what that means is people can just scan it with their smartphone. And I will create a virtual magic cube for you. A magic cube is a 6-sided, 4-inch cube. And that's what I introduced with Eric in the West Coast. They're normally $8 for the physical, minimum order 1,000. But for you, I'll create a virtual one. And when you go to my website, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's got 6 messages, and they're all interactive. So if you have somebody scan your t-shirt, it'll take you to the virtual magic cube, and you'll have each side of the cube. There's 6 sides. So you'll have 4 sides with your 4 books on it. And then you've got 2 that I can do whatever you want it to be. One could be your homepage. The other could be a Facebook page, or it could be a PowerPoint, whatever you want. Any 6 things. Let's work together and change the world, ma'am. Did I tell you
Yes.
today that I love you?
Yes, I love you too.
I love this.
And everybody can do this with me because we have a deck. This is a sign for I love you. This is the letter I. This is the letter L. And this is Y. So this is I love you. So don't be confused when you see other people talking negatively about this sign in politics. This is the I-L-Y. I love you. I love you. I love me. I love you. We love each other. And we're
Amazing.
helping, you're helping me, and I'm helping you, and we're helping each other. This is amazing. And yes, let's elevate the world because we are the good news and you are its messenger. And we will have it on the Kindness channel. And I'm so excited for today and moving forward. I have a low battery right now, so if I lose you, and I'm very excited, I know we're ending the show also. So my takeaway is our tagline is so go out and play. Show the world who you really are with just the way you live. Show the world who they really are with just the way you give your life. And I wish you joy, love, laughter, and abundance, happiness, and peace in every moment in this early morning sun dance. I want you to know that I'm here to love you and to support your spirit on its way. So go out and play. I love.
Awesome. Awesome. Marianne is absolutely amazing. You're somehow sure she bumped to mute there as she was saying that. But this is what it's all about. Creating a world of connections, a world of ability, shining what each of us can do and bring forward and make the world a better place. Together we can do that. I know Leon said that so many times about how together that is what it takes. Doing things on our own, we can only do so much, but as we collaborate, as we bring together our talents, all of what we have that we can give, there's no stopping what good can come from it. So I cannot thank you each enough for all that you're bringing here. I know there's a lot of info in the chat, and I know this conversation is going to continue. This has been the World of Ability podcast today. I'm going to go ahead and close up the podcast and let this conversation continue and see where it takes us. I'm so excited. What a way to start the year. I am thankful for each and every one of you and what you're bringing here. My name again is Sue Roskoff, and for all of us here with the World of Ability Podcast Network,